Hey everyone, thanks for coming. This is my last comedy normative show ever. Just because my parents are here, they made it. I made sure to pull out as many dick jokes as possible. No, actually, I didn't. I actually looked through all of my jokes for the last 4 years. It was like, oh wow, 50% of these are dick jokes. Well, anyways, I'm still your doctor. Again, my last name is Doctor, so yes, if I became a doctor, I'd be Doctor. And if I had a nickel for every time someone said that to me as if I didn't know it, I would have $25. That's a lot of money. You could buy 2 D's meals with this. Actually, no, we're graduating. You can buy 4 normal meals with no, I decided not to be a doctor, you know. Originally, I was into the whole helping people thing, but that kind of seemed like a lost cause. So now I want to be an engineer. And I know what you guys are all thinking, you're brown, of course you want to be an engineer. But I want to be an engineer for the same reason that every other brown man does. I want to marry a hot gold digger. Twice as awkward tonight because my parents are here. One thing that really annoys me is the phrase "people of color." Somehow that's supposed to be better than just saying "colored people." It kind of just seems like one of those things that some corporate white people came up with just to appease the colored people. You know, I can just imagine them sitting in some sort of a conference room on the top of it. And it's it seems as if all of the colored people are getting really irritated with all the color. What are we going to do? Let's put some prepositions in there. I can't fix things with that, you know. I can't go around saying, oh, I hate of Jews. So I'm Muslim. I have a lot of Christian and Jewish friends growing up, you know, and I like to learn about their religions and everything. So I went up to one of my Christian friends when I was a little kid, and I was like, hey man, what is Christmas all about? And he said, well, Santa comes on his sleigh on Christmas Eve, he slides down your chimney, he leaves presents under your tree, he eats your cream puffs, drinks your milk, and leaves. And I was like, if that's a metaphor, that's disgusting. Something that's almost exactly the same. But instead of Santa coming in his sleigh, the US government comes in cars. And then they eat your cream puffs, drink your milk, and leave. I had a lot of Jewish friends when I was growing up. And he was like, hey man, I just got 8 presents for Hanukkah. 1 present every day for Hanukkah. That's my Jewish stereotypical voice. He says this to me, and I was like, you know, my people have something that's almost exactly the same as that, but instead of being 8 days long, it's 30 days long. And instead of getting a present every day, you don't eat. Being that I'm a Muslim, you know, I'm obviously a Republican voter. Are there any Republicans in the House? I'm a Republican. Are there any other Republicans? No? Not even one? Okay, maybe Corey. Awkward. just wanted to start my own group called Conservatives on Campus. We have a bunch of different events throughout the year. We could start out with a barbecue. We could grill up some chicken, some steak, some prawns, some ribs. Just the kind of things they grill down south. I was thinking we could also host a little shindig with Poder Latino, where we best them on campus. And the final thing I really think we should do is we should start giving financial aid to the rich people, because that way they can go build more factories. Anyways, in Conservatives on Campus, or COC, just send me completely not separate. I'm going to just completely change roots here. I was walking my little 5-year-old cousin outside for a little while, just taking him on a little walk, and just like kind of like a dog on a leash. He's 5. We're walking down the road, and this woman rides by on her bike, and my little cousin's like, "Hey, girls can't ride bikes." And the master student in me was like, "I have to rectify this." So I kneel down and I'm like, "Buddy, that is a really sexist thing to say. I'm a women's studies correlate, and if there's anything that women's studies has taught me, it's what's offensive. And by what, I mean everything." I really hated the way you culture a girl. You trivialize your sexuality, you're completely buying into the gender binary. So look, buddy, what I'm trying to say is, women can ride bikes, they just can't drive cars. So people like to say that bachelor students are unathletic. I think that's a little bit of a misrepresentation. We're not unathletic, we just don't give a fuck. Playing catch with a bachelor student is like playing catch with a tree. Like you throw the ball at the tree, it doesn't catch it, it stands there, stares at you, and judges.